This is former TNA World Champion Raven, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And don't cross the line. Or do cross the line. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to, you're not supposed to. I don't know. Whatever. You get it.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
And we're back with episode 254 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I'm Colling Jr. With me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. In Dallas, it's the go-home show before No Surrender. And we know absolutely nothing as it pertains to this week's episode. So we're probably in for some surprises. Although we do know one thing. I forgot about that. LAX is going to start celebrating their Heritage Month or whatever it was.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, Bob.
Hispanic Heritage Month. Yeah. So there's that. There'll be probably a celebration.
Big celebration. I'm sure that Daniels and Styles are going to crash it. I'm sure Jarrett's going to come out and yell about some bullshit. And hopefully we'll have some good matches in between all of that. That's always what I'm hoping for.
We can only hope. We haven't seen Senshi wrestle.
Yeah, he just kind of keeps like appearing.
Yeah.
He's like on the stage, not being impressed about the match. I think they need to put Senshi in the shopping cart and do jackass stunts with him.
For some reason, I can't see him willingly doing that.
No, but that's why I want him to do it.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, Brandon, get your ass in the shopping cart, you bitch.
Get in this porta potty and we're going to tip it over.
Oh my God. I wonder, do you think like we're going to do jackass stuff one more week on this one and then that we're going to be done with that stuff for a while? I mean, how long can we really promote this movie?
I would imagine that they would promote it until it's out. I don't know what the release date is on it.
I'm looking right now.
But also, yeah, I mean, this is all the same taping. So they probably would just have to kind of suck it up.
Jackass number 2. Okay, so what's the date of this episode? It releases the day after this episode. So the 22nd of September.
Friday. All right.
So we should be in the clear.
That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
Unless they continue to do it even through like the DVD release.
Oh, God.
So for like 9 months, they're just the Jackass boys.
Jackass number 2.
I'm surprised there hasn't been any like Jackass guys on the show.
No, we can't afford that. That is actually kind of interesting, though.
I would have figured somebody would do it.
Yeah.
Do like a wild stunt with Abyss or something.
Could you imagine? Slam the Jackass guys in thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Why not?
Pretty much.
Well, anyway. Let's go over what we saw on last week's episode. The matches that we saw, at least. And then we can talk about the town hall that we had again. The meeting. We saw AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels defeat Kazarian and Maverick Matt in 6 minutes and 4 seconds to open up the show. Pretty solid opener. Even got a commercial break in there.
Yeah.
Then we saw Chris Sabin defeat Alex Shelley in 4 minutes, 54 seconds. Shelley was distracted by Dutt and I'm blanking. Jay Lethal putting Johnny Devine in the shopping cart and running him down the ramp into the ring post. So Sabin got the win there. And since she was watching along, not very impressed. And in the main event, Abyss defeated Raven in 3 minutes, 15 seconds in a Hangman's Horror match.
That was longer than 3 minutes, wasn't it?
No, that's what I thought too. But I guess since when the bell rang, maybe it was 3 minutes from the bell ring.
Oh, okay.
Because they did brawl a lot before. And then Brother Runt came out and gave Raven the acid drop too. So some pretty fun stuff. Then of course we saw that town hall where Jarrett and Samoa Joe got involved, and there's fans around the ring whipping Jarrett. And then Jarrett decided to throw a female fan down to the ground and start whipping her with a belt, which I did not see coming. So
No, that was crazy. That was nuts.
that son of a bitch.
She had to have been a plant, right? Obviously.
I mean, yeah, you don't just
No
beat up
way.
real fans. Like, that's just
That-
not how that...
Right. Because I thought it was really weird that. So Jarrett comes out with a chair and everybody backs off but the one woman. She's stepping
right.
up. It's like, what the fuck? You got some balls to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's funny.
We got some pretty interesting notes here before our show today, Bob. But first, let's talk about some ratings about the show that we're talking about right now. The TNA Impact on September 14th fell again to a 0.71 rating and 817,000 viewers, and just a 0.84 in males 18 to 34, and a 0.68 in males 18 to 49. The Daniel Styles versus Bentley Kazarian did a 0.8 to open, long 40% of the lead-in quarter, which is about what it usually does. Lots of the Jarrett backstage stuff plus Sabin versus Shelley lost 150,000 viewers, which doesn't sound like much of its Raw, but on Impact, that's 16% of the audience to a 0.67. Now, Raven versus Abyss did a 0.69. The final segment featuring the promos to Conan and the Cornette team meeting only did a 0.69, so the Cornette final interview magic didn't work out this time. So that is that's our ratings update here.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't really think. I mean, the draw there is just really Joe being like, "I'm gonna kick Jarrett's ass." There wasn't an announcement or anything. Like, you already know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Okay, next up, let's talk a little bit about the Mexico show against the TNA versus AAA show. So apparently, there's a lot of shows happening all at kind of the same time in Mexico. And now my dates might be a little messed up here just because it's a little confusing because WWE is doing a show on 9/20, then CML is doing a show, and there's the AAA versus TNA show all at the same time, or as Dave says, the first of the 3 monster shows in Mexico City were happening. So WWE did a bunch of stuff, but anyways, AAA was kind of leading things off at the El Toreo in a place I definitely don't know how to say properly with the AAA versus TNA show. It's basically, this show is its version of SummerSlam, and it's the company's number 2 show of the year. So it's a pretty big show that they were doing. They drew 17,000 fans, as opposed to blaming the high price competition in what is still a country where the average worker doesn't make much money. It is more blamed on there being the tail end of Independence Day weekend and in a rainstorm, which it rained heavily the 2 days before, and it was still raining, although not as bad. The day of the show, most people who take public transportation would be required being outside in the rain waiting for buses. The crowd was super hot for the TNA talent as heels, and they greatly upped the work rate, which is not a AAA strong suit. He says that the show will likely air over the next few weeks, most likely either on September 30th or October 7th in the U.S. on Galavision. It's pretty interesting because it was the largest crowd most of the TNA crew working the shows had ever performed in front of. And clips, probably limited to ring entrances of individuals and crowd shots, were taped by Jeremy Borash for TNA television. And Bob, we talked about this before, but none of the matches can air because they had TNA faces and heels together in a tournament, which TNA ended up actually winning. And because of the main event, paired up people who wouldn't team together in TNA. So I think there was like Styles and Homicide were on the same team and that kind of stuff. So we can't show that. That's bad.
Yeah. I mean, you could maybe potentially get away with it by saying, they came together for the better of TNA or whatever, but you probably don't want to.
It's almost too blood of a feud to do that. I feel like it's like that's That's a tough one. Really tough.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, pretty interesting.
You put Glass in II, but it's for TNA, so
Right.
let's partner up.
Yeah. There's an interesting note here. Apparently, Jim Ross Dave says he's now doing weekly commentaries like his old Ross report on his website. And he's apparently very critical of TNA for doing the lie detector test angle, saying you can't out WWE the WWE, and saying to be different they should focus on more athletic presentation. But during this, Alvarez kind of goes more in depth about the quote, but he got a lot of shit for talking crap about TNA apparently. And he says, quote, this is Jim Ross, quote, I'm not throwing stones at TNA. I have zero issues with TNA, but when their brand has a chance to be different and they begin to lean toward the established brand in the marketplace, it is, in my individual opinion, a mistake. For the sake of all talent who work within the business and more places that they can work and earn a living, the better. I have several friends who work in TNA, and I certainly want them to be successful. Wishing ill of another company is non-productive, old-school wrestling BS. The WWE is and always will be the leader within the sports entertainment genre, and I am sure that the fine folks at TNA would not dispute that claim, but certainly no indictment on their brand. So it also should be said that he didn't say TNA by name when he said this, but it was clear that he was talking about them. So, pretty interesting.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Right. I think it's pretty fair.
So, I think that they made I don't want to say a pivot, but they kind of focused more on entertainment, especially when they got on Spike.
Yes, I think that's pretty accurate.
There were kind of some aspects when they were on Fox Sports Net.
Mm-hmm.
But when they were like at the Asylum with Russo, there was a lot of entertainment because it was Russo.
Right.
So I mean, they've had that level of it, but I mean, he's right. They should just kind of focus on being maybe superior in-ring competitor.
Right. I don't disagree.
Because like when I think of a lie detector test thing, I think of like Mr. America.
Yeah.
Like, hey, are you Hulk Hogan? No, brother.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, you're right.
Stuff like that. I'm not thinking of Jeff Jarrett.
Right. That's interesting. Right. The expectation is that there will be some sort of change in television relatively soon. Many different proposals have been talked about regarding upgrading the time slot. There's a chance of the show being kept at 1 hour but moved to an earlier primetime slot on a different night. There are a lot of variables because TNA hasn't proven to be able to draw well without a UFC lead-in. Yet there is a lot of sourness because it is obvious that the UFC audience isn't staying with the show. There is a feeling that TNA, after UFC, doesn't play well, and there is something to that because even a good TNA show can look, quote, too fake after UFC. Still, put in cold on another night, whether it be better or not, who is to say? Maybe on a Monday and maybe live. Years ago, I wouldn't have said it, but I always did feel that there would be a time to come when people would not be up for taped wrestling, and we may have hit that time. For ECW, which is going to have as high a percentage of fans who know the difference as anyone, the difference between live on September 5th and taped on September 12th was 10%. So he's just kind of putting stats in probably the drop in viewers or something like that. But it's pretty interesting. And I mean, it is a really great point. You put on a wrestling show after an MMA show where you're literally beating the shit out of someone. Like, yeah, it's definitely going to look too fake compared to that.
Right.
So, I don't know. We'll see what adjustments end up made here. I don't know what it would be. I mean, 11 p.m. is not a great time slot, really.
No, but I mean, if he's suggesting going live and being on Mondays, that's even worse.
That's not a good idea, yeah.
That is just not a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's awful.
I mean, for my viewing habits, I certainly prefer a live wrestling show, not a taped one, because you can tell a difference.
you can tell a difference, and I don't know, then shit's not leaking out, and like, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like we were talking before we recorded. It's like, oh yeah, I was looking at the spoilers from Rampage to like see what was going on for a show we're going to soon and stuff like that. It's like, you can't do that if it's live.
Yeah. But I also see, I don't know. I feel like in this era, I mean, SmackDown was taped. And even if I read the spoilers, I would still watch it if I thought it was interesting. Like it looked interesting. So it didn't necessarily prevent me from watching it. But like nowadays in 2024, like your best bet is that it's going to be a live show for me to watch.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. This next one's pretty interesting, Bob. I got two more for you. Dixie Carter on the TNA website promised an announcement on the September 24th No Surrender show that will change the fabric of a company forever. She also claimed that it would transcend the individual company and rewrite the history of an industry. And spoiler alert, unfortunately, it was never mentioned on television, so it's not going to mean squat for any buys.
So how many times has she said something like that? Is it just once so far? Because I know she says it a bunch.
I don't know for sure because we aren't always reported on what she says and stuff like that too. So this is maybe one of the first like big ones she has said it in this way.
It's gonna change the fabric of a wrestling promotion. That's a pretty big claim.
I know. Well, and my final note was also a pretty big one here, Bob. Here is this week's Pro Wrestling Update regarding Kurt Angle. And believe it or not, we're told that he has no interest at all in TNA. So that is pretty cool. He goes on to say here that he's talking about returning for Mania. And there are people in the company also talking about that as well. I can't say that people are talking like it's a given, Dave says, but as a probable. He's being paid until February 25th. So basically, he still has $500,000 coming after he was fired. And that doesn't include royalty payments, which will probably be significant for the first year after he's been gone. So it is pretty interesting. Also, in case you're wondering, he's back with his wife at this point, which, doesn't last long.
Were they separated?
I'm wondering if they were, maybe there's a little rough patch due to his issues or anything like that. I don't know. It also calls out here that he's not going to rehab, but he's going to a doctor to help him with his pain management. So it's he's got lots of stuff going on.
Well, it sounds very similar to what Eddie Guerrero did in like 2001 before he returned in 2002. So
like leave for a little while, do a couple of things, and go back.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was gone. Well, yeah, it had to be I think less than a year. 10 or 11 months he was gone. Kurt would be gone for like what, 9 if he came back at WrestleMania or around WrestleMania, maybe even less.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. If I was him, I would have just gone to rehab. Fuck it.
I mean, yeah.
You have a problem. Just, I know it's tough. It's probably tough, and you want to be in denial about it, but
no, that's part of the hard part, you know.
I mean, the guy broke his neck like how many times? At least twice.
I mean, I think so. Yeah, right.
Yeah, or stingers at least.
Well, Bob, that's it for our notes. for the beginning of the show. We'll have a couple during the show, but I cannot wait to get into this episode. The go-home show for No Surrender.
Well, yeah, it's that time then. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say play, that's when we're going to start the show. Of course, if you want to watch along with us, head over to the TNA Plus app or find it in your own personal collection. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. The approximate runtime is 42 minutes and 2 seconds.
Bob ruined my This is TNA line. The new face of professional wrestling. Welcome to the first town hall meeting. Even though we keep doing them for no reason. So we are seeing our highlight of the fans with the belts and hitting the woman and all that kind of fun stuff.
Big baller, shot collar. Is that really what you want? Yes.
Oh shit, here we go.
Oh.
Rhino. Monty Brown tonight. We settle the score. Falls count anywhere. He's going to take him out with a gore, gore, gore. Oh, here's the alpha male, too. Oh, okay. We're rhyming a little bit. Tonight you're going to feel the... Oh, here's Christian Cage. I know you don't like me, Monty, but... I think we should talk, though.
Oh, because of his pal Rhino.
Yeah.
He knows Rhino so well.
Hmm. Tonight we're going to turn them loose in the impact zone. Get ready for Falls Count Anywhere. The War Machine Rhino versus the alpha male Monty Brown. Oh, we're planning a fiesta tonight with LAX. Okay.
Right. That's fucking right, dude. It's for the heritage, man.
I'm down for a fiesta. Uh-oh. We're starting out with Jarrett. Oh, he's got the strap in his hand. He's going to hit women with it.
He better be proud of himself.
Dude uses every bit of the pyro budget he can.
My love, my world. It's my world, my world. My world, my world.
You think they're proud of it? Oh,
that guy was in that video for like people should hate Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, he was? I wonder, they probably filmed some of those at the taping then.
I'm sure they did.
Well, this little kid yelling at Jarrett. It's awesome.
She's probably no older than like 8 years old. She has no idea who this guy is.
Yeah, but she hates him, so.
Yeah. She don't know his history.
Does she even know about Bash at the Beach 2000?
No, she would have been like, what, 2? Maybe?
Maybe. Welcome to Jeff Jarrett SBU. Oh, SVU. Special Victims Unit. I thought it said B. They gave like a bunch of fans like leather straps, so they're all like whipping them. I was a victim of a bogus polygraph test.
Well, here's the thing. If this was like court, it would be inadmissible. You can't use those. So he really shouldn't be held accountable on a lie detector.
That's fair. For the last few months, I've been a victim.
Rey Mysterio.
I know. I saw that already, too. You've pelted me with anything you can get your grimy hands on. Oh, he's starting his own special victims unit. This Sunday, at No Surrender, the undefeated Samoa Joe becomes his victim. He's going to bring the undefeated streak to a screeching halt. The crowd is wicked booing him. And all the fans are getting an up-close and personal look right here in this ring. And then Bound for Glory on October 22nd, it's career versus title. It's going to be a public execution. I thought we did the public execution a couple weeks ago. Jarrett?
Yeah, I thought we did. But that was with, a doll. He's going to do it with the real Sting.
Well, he had the firing squad, he had the noose, he had the tombstone.
Right.
I'm looking for my first victim. Jeff Jarrett hit my grandmother with a guitar. Oh.
Why do I believe that?
Oh, here comes Samoa Joe. He doesn't want to wait.
Still came out from the heel side. I feel like I wouldn't have them touch until the pay-per-view.
I was kind of thinking that too, honestly, dude. Jarrett's got the strap. He's whipping Joe with it.
What the fuck?
Oh man, he's whipping a fan.
Whipping a guy.
I like the idea that Jarrett's legit grabbing like real fans and just like, I'm just gonna whip him with the belt.
Just being a shot of him.
He tossed him into the crowd, and are the fans gonna start whipping the belts or what?
No, these are probably afraid. Look at the camera guy having to fight these fans to get a good shot. I just realized like Joe's shirt is basically just his eyes.
Really?
And I feel like it's very similar to Lita's shirt that she had.
I don't know if I realized that's what it is.
I think it's like his eyes just kind of piercing through you.
So he has a Lita shirt.
Yeah. I also think Dean Malenko had a shirt like that. The Iceman, and he was just staring at you.
So Joe, but he wrapped
Jarrett
a leather strap.
Strap.
That doesn't do anything.
Have you been punched by it with a strap around somebody's fist before?
Yeah, I'm sure just a regular fist hurts just as bad or worse.
It's wrestling, man.
I know.
Jarrett trying to. He grabbed
wedgie.
by his tighty whities. Oh,
He's whipping the shit out of Jarrett while he's up on the guardrail there.
no.
He's got the guitar. Oh shit, Joe got taken out with the guitar.
Going, gone. It's a home run.
It worked right into his favor. Look at him. He took out Samoa Joe. And he's choking him with the neck of the guitar. Oh shit, Joe's bleeding.
And he's busted.
When the guitar makes you bleed, you know it's a good one. Okay, he is actually cut near his eye too, so maybe he actually did get somehow cut by it.
You don't think he just did a blade job?
Well, that's what I thought too, but here's two different cuts. Hey, here's Christy Hemme, Bob. By the way, she underwent hernia surgery and will be out for about 6 weeks. She was supposed Christy Hemme. She was supposed to go to Mexico to first wrestle, then she was going to manage, and now she's just out for 6 weeks. You'll also be glad to know that TNA debuted on the GXT in Italy this week. For some reason, they're starting with shows from April. So we're in September, but we're going to let them start with April. Kind of weird. Oh, the Ultimate LAX it's going to be called. I like that. Switch up the name a little bit. Okay.
Why did I think that was Christian Cage for a second coming out? But it's Petey Williams. The start of his music, I thought we were getting...
It's a very weird song.
He just seems lost ever since Team Canada broke up. It's like an identity crisis. I have 2 indie notes here for Petey Williams, and it's from really earlier in the month. Because Petey Williams was also part of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla's Battle of Los Angeles the first 2 nights. September 1st, he teamed with the Dynasty, which was Chris Bosh, Joey Ryan, and Scott Loss, in a losing effort against B-Boy, Excalibur, Homicide, and the Human Tornado. And then night 2 on September 2nd, PWG World Title 4 Corners Elimination Match, Human Tornado defeated Excalibur, Joey Ryan, and Petey Williams. I'm assuming to win the title. And then Jay Lethal just has 1 note. On September 15th, he lost to Arcadia at Jersey All Pros Rampage event in Rahway, New Jersey.
Nice. Oh, Canada. Oh. Jerry Lynn? He thinks that some of these exhibition guys are going about it the wrong way, but Tanay says you cannot deny their success. Or fault their success, I think is how he said it. But nice submission by Petey, locking up the arm, raking the eyes before going back into a chin lock on Lethal. I love when Tanay, they start talking and Tanay goes, check this out. Lethal getting back up to a vertical base.
Don't be making fun of Mike today.
I love Mike today, for the record. Hip toss, but into a cartwheel. Lethal with a drop kick. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I think Mike Tenay and Don West are one of the best commentary duos.
I agree.
And they're arguably my favorite, so I don't really care.
Well, to some people, I'm sure it's their version of Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler.
Puppies, puppies!
Although I would say Don West is a better commentator than Jerry Lawler.
Let's kind of, I feel like Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross have like the nostalgic factor for a lot of people, right? Yeah. But like, I don't think Jerry Lawler's that good.
He really isn't. And one of my guilty pleasures here is Petey Williams just drop kicked Lethal chest first over the middle rope. One of my guilty pleasures in wrestling is whenever like Jim Ross' microphone wouldn't work, so Jerry Lawler had to carry it for like 2 minutes. He freaking crumbled. He didn't know what to do. He'd be like, "Oh, look at this. Here we go."
Oh my gosh. Petey goes for the cover, shoulder up by Lethal though. Kind of pushed Rudy Charles there aside. That's going to be a $10,000 fine. But he's going to go for the Canadian Destroyer now. Wait, what's this?
Oh, the Jackass Boys.
Sabin and Dutt. Back to shenanigans. They have a duffel bag. It's literally Bob getting ready to get on his flight to Chicago.
What?
He's got his duffel bag and his little t-shirt and jeans on. He's got a bowling ball. Oh my god, he just rolled the bowling ball into the nuts of Petey.
He blocked it. He put his hands up.
He didn't. Roll up. Hey, Jay Lethal gets the pin. I don't like that at all.
No, I don't like it either.
Because he's a babyface and they had to distract the referee and use a bowling ball to get the win?
Dude, they're fucking pranksters.
Oh, God, the logo on the bowling ball. To be honest, that's the clearest look we've had at them, like, promoting it. Like, yeah, it's on the ring mat, but you can barely see it. Yeah. And they're, like, sort of talking about it, but Jim Cornette is at the announce table here with Don Must and Mike Tenay in front of his red phone that we've used one time. That picture of Homicide is awful. Oh my god. Tear down
X
the house.
rules are just climbing the ropes.
It's the equalizer, Bob.
No, I think it's a disadvantage for LAX, certainly.
Well, they do the brawling and the beating and cheating, so that's where it kind of balances out.
No, it doesn't, because the only way you can win is if you get the belt from it hanging up.
Look at Jarrett. I don't want Cornette on commentary. Oh, God, I just can't. I'm sorry. I know some people really like him, but dude is so drawn out for me. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like when you have to write an essay in school and you got to keep, like, adding words in it to make it sound better or longer. Not even better. It just makes it sound longer. Here's some of our videos from the TNA Wrestling website, Bob, of how much people hate Jeff Jarrett. If you'd like to know, this guy's playing guitar. The TNA website was hacked this week, too, so this is starting to make a lot of sense.
It was hacked?
Yeah. Was that just like a BDSM group of women who were like, we're going to get our revenge? They look like witches, and they had like a leather whip with candles. Holy shit, dude. Jeremy Borash backstage with X Division champion Senshi. Oh, he's asking about Jackass number 2. Scream Awards are on Tuesdays, October 10th, Bob. This is not a time or the place about the Jackass stuff. And here comes Sabin, Dutt, and Lethal.
I really don't like this.
Oh, what about this no fun zone? I want to ask your two friends how funny it was when I stomped their heads in. Do all the pranks and jokes you want, but neither one are going to guarantee you a win. The laugh by Dutt. Holy crap. Dutt in the background.
Okay, I kind of want Senshi to like kick Sabin's head off now.
That's probably kind of the problem here, though, right?
Yeah, like, I feel like I shouldn't want that to happen, but I do.
Here comes Showtime, Eric Young, who just got scared shitless of his pyro. I hate the dark hair, by the way.
I don't.
I hope by the he's got something in his tights. Oh, is it a tape or something? Oh wait, that's probably what it is from Paparazzi Productions. The video scouting report on Sting. Looks like Aaron Young is going to fight Norman Smiley, who has way more appearances in TNA than I would have ever guessed if I was.
I can't believe that Smiley's here in 2006. It's surprising.
The Sting DVD is available on October 10th. The Return of an Icon. He's wrestled about 3 matches, and you can see them all on the Sting DVD.
He's had more than 3. He had a few in the Asylum years, too. Don't forget that.
Well, I know.
they're really driving home the no surrender card. Running it down again. We just did it 3 minutes ago with Cornette on commentary. Now TNA is doing it again. Wait a minute. So the Naturals are in like a gauntlet thing, and they have to beat 7 teams, and if they don't, the experiment is over?
What?
I think I heard. That's what I think TNA just said that.
Okay.
Like Shane Douglas said it would be over if they don't beat the 7 teams. I didn't even realize that there was 8 tag teams total in the company. And if you add the other guys, the 2 teams in Ultimate X, that means that there's 10.
We have 10 tag teams?
I had no idea.
AMW. Kazarian and Maverick Matt. The Naturals.
Paparazzi Productions.
Paparazzi Productions.
Is for Team 3D.
No, they.
For they're not there. Right?
No.
Technically, they're not on the show.
No, that don't count. Oh, Lethal and Dutt, maybe?
Okay.
I think that counts.
Diamonds in the Rough.
Diamonds in the Rough. That's 6. Eric Young just got the pin and he's hiding the tape again in his pants. So there's 2 more teams in this tag team gauntlet. We could pretend it one's Team 3D, and then that could be how the experiment's over. They make a return and win. We could pretend that if we want.
Oh, James Gang. What the fuck?
James Gang. Well, here we go. Here's Shane Douglas. Yeah. They don't win, then you're through them. Damn right I am. I hope it's done because it's been a brutal experiment, I gotta say.
It's not been good.
They're going to go in face forward. If they happen to lose this match, I swear before God and my father. Oh, here's Eric Young. He ran backstage. Where's Jeff? I got to get this to him. He left the building 10 minutes ago.
He literally had a VHS tape that entire time. And
in his pants, yeah, he did. I was confused where he's pulling him out of, but he just shoved him in like the trunks part, not the full tights. Yeah. Jeremy Borash promises that Jeff Jarrett will see this tape. Is it going to be like a Sting, like getting buff, like on the fucking rowing machine or something? Next up, Rhino versus Monty Brown in the main event. We're 22 minutes, 54 seconds into the show.
I've noticed. I mean, they enjoy ending the show in a non-wrestling segment.
Yeah, that's a newer thing. I feel like.
Oh,
is this the tape?
This is the tape.
Okay. Eric Young did my homework. Came in early. Every day. Sting comes in to his gym every day. Alex, keep the camera on me. He's got a sign, Sting, it's me, stop. Sting with the police. Sting got arrested. Have you seen this man? 1-800-FIND Sting. Honk if you've seen Sting. www.findsting.com. They're in LA, so. He wrote it in Spanish. Is that what that is? Need food, preferably hot wings. He took someone's glasses. He can't see anything. This is ridiculous.
So He didn't accomplish anything?
I guess not.
Oh, it's a no DQ match between Monty Brown and Rhino.
Well, it's false count anywhere. So yeah, by default, false count anywhere is no DQ.
I don't know. I mean, you could technically say that. That doesn't mean you can do whatever you want, but
yeah, you can.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. last month we're seeing they fought at Hard Justice in the 3-way with Samoa Joe. Bob, I have a note for you here that has nothing to do with either one of these guys, but apparently Antonio Inoki has a new claim that's pretty crazy, and that he's organizing a wrestling summit with the heads of WWE and TNA for New York.
Yep, that probably never happens.
No, I don't think so. He apparently also has other like random claims, and like he apparently just says like random shit. And Dave says Hogan learned a lot from this man. So
No shit. Yeah, Hogan did learn a lot. I have one indie note, and it's for Rhino. September 15th, Rhino retained the Jersey All Pro Heavyweight Championship when he defeated Monster Mac at Jersey All Pro's Rampage event in Rahway, New Jersey, and that's all the indie notes for this show.
nice. Well, I might as well give you the last of my notes too, just to get them out of the way. We can enjoy the Fiesta and all that. After Bound for Glory, which is the first pay-per-view on the road on October 22nd, they are flying the crew back to Orlando the next morning. They are scheduled to do a pre-taped segments the next day, but the actual taping themselves of TV will be done Tuesday, October 24th, instead of on Monday. So they have decided to go back to Orlando for the TV.
Wow. So basically they'll have pre-tapes on Monday and then the actual taping on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, at least they get a little bit of a breather.
Hold on. Is that Earl Hebner?
Sure is Earl Hebner.
Okay. Is he not homeless anymore?
Did he get his job back because Jarrett lied?
Oh.
But you would think they would say something.
Yeah, but he also said like I know something, or there was something else with that. That's bizarre, dude.
Did they just drop it?
They had to have. Just like that girl, what was her name? Alicia or something with the money?
From 4 years ago?
Yeah, what happened with that?
Oh my god.
That was like the first time that like a storyline was just like, meh.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, forget it. We came back from commercial. There's now a table in the ring. I have one more note, Bob, but since the Fiesta's coming up, it's kind of related, so I guess I'll just save it. I was going to tell you, but we'll wait. Let's wait for the Fiesta to start. As the Alpha Male has positioned the table.
This doesn't look good for Rhino. Superplex off the middle rope to through the table. Let's see. No.
Oh, he drops Monty Brown down. Here we go. The Alpha Male has Rhino on his shoulders. Okay, he's just walking around with him. Okay, he slips out. Rhino, belly to belly. Nope, not through the table.
Why would he put it through the table?
I don't know.
Oh, is he gonna save it for the gore?
This is about to be the lamest Falls Count Anywhere match because they're just about to do the gore in a minute, and then that's it through the table.
I feel like very seldomly does a Falls Count Anywhere match actually finish outside of the ring.
Yeah, but they didn't even go anywhere.
Right. So
Ready? Here we go.
Oh
shit! Rhino gored himself through the table. Okay, man, I spoke too soon. We gotta see this again. Rhino just went through the table.
My around the cover. 1, 2. No. What a kick out.
It's the gore versus the pounce. Nice spine buster. He's gonna set him up for the gore, Bob.
I knew it.
Oh, it's Christian.
I knew somebody was going to come out just from the camera angle.
Throw the match out. Do it. I dare you. Oh, Rhino sends
It
Christian
may be
into
no
the
disqualification, but that doesn't mean you can interfere, and that is the bell ringer.
That's the bell, dude.
It
is officially a no contest. You sons of bitches.
That match was nothing.
Wow, that was not good. I was having a good time until that.
Uh-oh. Oh, chair shot to the back.
Rogue, look out! He threw Rhino into the concrete wall outside of the impact zone. He's got the chair. You son of a bitch!
No. Don't do it! Oh.
Oh my
this is
God.
Just a few days before the pay-per-view. Rhino can't compete now.
He's definitely just bladed.
You think he bladed on his forehead when he got hit in the back of the head?
Well, okay, they didn't show it, so. Oh, Bobby Roode again. Heenan and Colonel Robert Parker. Who's next?
Sherry Martel.
Sherry Martel. Dude, we're doing all the cuts here. What can Sherry Martel do for the hottest agent in professional wrestling? Behind every successful man is a strong, successful woman. Wow, Ted DiBiase, Shawn Michaels. You know Shawn Michaels' cousin works here? Matt Bentley. Did you know that?
She could have managed him.
When's the last time Sherry was seen before this? I feel like WWE, I feel like never showed her again. Oh, wait. I know which one it is. It's got to be the Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels.
Right, for the
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I love that. I stand corrected. I thought it was longer than that. Samoa Joe's covered in blood here. It's supposed to be the fans' revenge, but for everything you've done. Now you made it about my vengeance.
I mean,
for every drop of blood you've spilled, I will spill a bucket of yours. This is the kind of heat we needed for this feud, dude.
I don't know. Joe's kind of making me laugh.
Why? Is it because it's on his lips like lipstick?
No. Just the anger.
I like it. What do you mean?
Well, because really, he stuck his nose into it. So the vengeance is basically because Joe.
That's true, but
just put himself in there.
I think the passion is here, dude. I like this. Although the funny part of this is like the match is like the fans' revenge, and like fans are gonna be ringside with straps, but now Joe's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And it's like, well. Oh, Christian Cage's leaving the building now. Jeremy Borash decided to run during the commercial break to find him. He just is doing tough love with Rhino. That's why Bash just sculling with a chair. I like that all of our matches are done, and we have like 10 minutes of just 15 minutes of segments to end the show.
Yeah. Oh, you call him Queer Eye. Right.
He said piss off.
Jeremy is a well-dressed man. That doesn't make him queer.
It's a popular TV show, Bob.
I know. I'm aware. Queer Eye for the.
I think it's actually kind of a compliment that he called him that, because that means he's dressed so nice because he was on the show. Okay, we're seeing a segment about LAX and Daniel Styles. So guess what? They did an angle in Mexico based on the idea that it was Styles' first trip to Mexico while he was there. I don't know if they're going to show this or not, by the way, but Conan and Homicide showed up and jumped him along with about 10 AAA wrestlers and beat him down, including familiar faces to U.S. fans like Juventud Guerrera and Super Calo. Look at this Fiesta, dude. Look at the decor. Okay. The Ultimate X is still up, but they are using it to hang the decor. I am okay with it being up during the taping now.
Okay.
I like it. You can stop a revolutionary. You can't stop a revolution. You see there's no gringos up in this ring. That's awesome. Is that Uncle Sam being hung?
It's a public execution, man.
Holy shit. I like all the signs that just have all of Conan's quotes on them.
Does he have to toss my salad?
Because
that'd be hilarious if it
took their
did.
tag team titles. They got the girls. There's music playing in the background while Conan's just like talking shit.
I mean, we see the Ultimate X quite a bit.
He's like, you barely see it. I'm looking up how many Ultimate X's there have been since this point because I've lost count.
There's got to be at least, I'm going to go around 12. Between 10 and 12.
The one we're about to see will be number 11.
Right in the fucking middle of them, I guess.
You rarely see him only 11 times in 4 years.
Not even. Because the first one was 2003, so it's really probably 3.5.
That's wild. I like Homicide doing, look at smoke circles with a cigar in the background. Jesus Christ.
So we're basically averaging 4 Ultimate X's a year.
It's pretty impressive. We did do 4 in 2005. We did 4 in 2004. 1 in 2003, and now this is going to be the second in 2006. Oh shit! He's beating up to Uncle Sam. I lead a new movement. The fun music stopped now. It's like scary music.
Yeah, it sounds like a thunder cage is about to come down from the rafters.
Yeah, it does. We're gonna win by any means necessary.
Well, the way you win. Oh, here they come.
Here they come.
Tag champions in their nicely dressed clothes.
Conan is yelling to someone over at ringside.
I never would have guessed that this would end in a brawl. I'm shocked.
No, me either, honestly. Oh,
they're standing guard in front of Uncle Sam, which is a doll. It is not a real person.
It's not even like a full mannequin, I don't think. It's just like a head that's dressed up. Look at Conan hiding behind the piece of cardboard sign. It's awesome. Oh, here we go. LAX getting the upper hand here. Styles just got hit over the head with the slapjack. Oh, no. Oh, Daniels just got chucked to the floor by Hernandez. Kendo stick to Styles. Look, they're unclipping Uncle Sam. Are they going to give it the border toss? Oh no, he moved it so he can give the border toss. Oh, just kidding. It was just a fucking power bomb to AJ Styles. Wait, what is this? They're pointing up. Oh no. They're about to hook up Styles upside down by his ankles.
Oh my god. Is he gonna hit him with the kendo stick?
Yeah. Oh, they're hanging Styles upside down and beating him with a kendo stick.
On the legs.
Damn.
Conan has some like legitimate anger. Man, he's gotta get checked out.
I like it. Oh, Styles is bleeding by the mouth.
Oh, it's fish hooking him.
Brutal beat down here by LAX.
Oof.
Ooh, nasty.
Are we gonna get a 2-minute video package of the no surrender happenings or what?
Yeah, I guess we are. So I guess we can kind of talk about our episode here. What'd you think?
It was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine as well. I think that ending segment kind of saved it for me, more or less. I like the beginning, so that false count anywhere was lame.
Yeah, the false count.
But overall, I guess I'd still give it a thumbs up show. I mean, there's some good stuff there. I'm very curious about this Naturals tag team situation at the show.
I don't know, man. By the way that it seems like it's being booked, like they're gonna challenge at Bound for Glory, but I don't even know. I guess I would think that if Daniels and Styles win Ultimate X, and the Naturals win this gauntlet thing, that would be the match at Bound for Glory.
Right. I think they just announced another match at No Surrender. When this ends, I'll go back and confirm it. I think I just missed it. A match card showed up. The highlight of Homicide taking a shot for the celebration.
And he like had a face. He made a face because it's so strong. I like this song.
This is like classic 2006 shit.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the type of song that somebody on the indies would be coming out to.
Okay, it just ended, so I'm going back real quick. Oop, I went back too far. I thought I saw Abyss's face. That's why I was like, hang on a second. Yeah, I think that the tag team feud, dude, is hot. I'm really enjoying it.
That's the main attraction, I would say, for this pay-per-view.
I think so too. I mean,
I'm definitely more interested in that than I am.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. They're about to show what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, no disqualification. Raven, Brother Runt, and Abyss. We didn't know that.
No.
So they show it in the highlight package at the end of the show. Okay, cool. We got Sabin and Senshi. Now we got Raven, Abyss, Brother Runt, no DQ. Ultimate LAX. Daniel Styles against LAX for the tag team titles. Joe, Jeff Jarrett, and Fans Revenge. Rhino and Christian. Dude. No Surrender is going to be nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it looks like we got a pretty decent card coming up. So, plus like you said, it wasn't announced on television, but Dixie Carter says there's an earth-shattering announcement to take place in Surrender. Who knows what that could be about?
Who knows?
I guess there's only going to be one way to find out, and that's to join us for No Surrender, which is going to be our next episode. So until then, for Dallas Gridley, I'm Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.
Oh,